Today I'm adding more detail to Salt River Valley Yard. I'm actually painting the ties white so when people bring their locomotives within Salt River Valley Yard, they know where to stop and stay within the electrical block without going past it. So I'm painting double ties here white, and at the far end, at the entrance, I'm painting a single tie just so we can designate where this electrical block is. And when people actually bring trains within Salt River Valley Yard, doing their crew change points and all that kind of stuff, they can keep the trains within the electrical block. So that's what I'm doing today, and I'm going to show you how I did it, painting these double ties. When you do a lot of 3D printing, sometimes you end up with a lot of bad plastic or a roll that you don't like. So instead of letting it go to waste, I use it for other things. Which brings us to stuff like this. You've seen me print all these masks before out of that roll. I've used it to print a bunch of these. And if you can't tell, they are a mask, but what they're for is they go right here. And I'm using these to mark. For the clearance points, I'll come back in with the airbrush in a little bit and touch them up with a little white, off-white paint, so I have some nice clearance points on the layout for Salt River Valley Yard. And it's pretty much just as easy as laying these down in place at all the clearance points. If you'll notice, I have a single tie and a double tie. On the far end, I'm going to paint them with the double, and I'll paint the one tie red for a stopping point. So if you come to the red tie, you know you have to stop before you hit that point. The next white one will be your clearance points, just so people, when they pull them into the staging yard, they won't sit there and run past it, because red is stop, then go, much like a stop sign. I'm not putting them up here on the main. I might come back later on and touch up for, I want to say, what do they call them? Your blocks. I might put a block marking on here of white. I haven't decided yet. Depends on where the signal goes. I have a signal head that fits along here. It won't trigger at this point because this is one entire block, but it will trigger when the switches are all flipped over to one side. So I'll just finish this up over here. Again, no clearance points are needed, and that's in my way. No clearance points are going to be needed on the main, but all the sidings coming onto the main will require a clearance point of some point. I'm going to just make sure I got the right tie on each one of these really quick before I tape them down. You can see my insulation joiner, first tie, second tie, so it's going to be on the second tie, pretty much even with the gap. So I've got them all properly situated, even with the gap. Gap, 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 gap. Like I said, I haven't decided whether I'm going to put probably at all my blocks, I'll put a white tie for a block, but we'll worry about that later on. So we'll start at least with a decent, clean that up. Probably more tape than needed. But the main thing is to keep the white overspray off of the rest of the work I've done. I don't want to be like, I guess, model railroader, as I can't say model railroader. It's too complex for my unsophisticated tongue. They did a project and they're painting something. They ended up getting a lot of overspray on the work that they already have done, and I want to avoid that. In fact, I'm going to call it quits right now at the camera, and I'll be back with you when I have everything taped up. Alright, I thinned out the paint a lot more from last time I used the airbrush. I'm getting the hang of it. It's still an battery operated airbrush. It's not like my compressor airbrush. Still learning this thing, and I'm not good at painting anyway, so let's give it a go. And we'll just brush in. I think I'm too close, actually. Seems to be going a little bit better. It looked like it was going a little wet. I might have over masked again. I think I have more tape down than I actually need. But it's better to have more than less. I could have probably done this with a paintbrush much faster. I screwed up here because I didn't want the nail, track nail, on the mark. I don't know why I did that. And I'm pretty sure that somebody that is really good at airbrush will go, oh, that's your problem right there. I'm not that good. So we just have to deal with it. But in the end, it will still get the effect that I'm after. I'm actually using an aged white paint. So it's all bubbly. And because it's old paint, it's kind of crusty looking too. It is pretty thin too. I think that last time when I was using the other paint, it was way too thick. And now this stuff is way too thin. I could probably just use this right out of the bottle. I think that's my problem. Way more paint than I need. Clean out all my... I'm pretty sure one of you guys knows what you're doing. You're going to tell me what I'm doing wrong. So might as well utilize that comment section down below. I didn't mix it up. Got in a hurry. My glove was rolling underneath my finger. If I didn't have the gloves on, it would have been really quick and easy. Now I'm just making a mess, so for your entertainment value, I am just destroying it. And the lid's not screw on, by the way. Let's try it again. I don't understand. Why it's spitting. Let's go try it one more round. It's spitting. For whatever reason, I don't know why it is spitting like that. So something new. This airbrush wasn't doing this before. Now it's just spitting away. Well, that one's screwed up. You see what I did? You see what I did? The mask got moved. Wasn't even over a tie. Ah, damn it. So this is not how you do it. I must have. How did I get that thing shifted so far off like that? So don't do what I did.
That just is going to require extra touch-up. I was like, I must have slid it. I'm putting way too much paint on, by the way. Now I'm just go big or go home at this point. Well, which I thought was a good idea, looks more like I failed. I should have just come in with a damn paintbrush and done this. I think I would have done a better job. A lot of extra effort. Not very much gain. I think I just thinned it way too much is a problem. We'll let it dry. Come back and try again. I'm gonna let you go. Sorry about wasting your time on this video. But what do they say? Stuff happens. Stuff happens.
And for my members and Patreon fans, I have new Stay Frosty magnets and the classic decal. So hit me up on those. If I owe you one, make sure you get a hold of me so I can get your Stay Frosty magnet and your decal sent. Or actually sticker, I should say. Now to continue with my story, I have that video and that video. Click on those to see what's going on. And as always, stay frosty, my friends.